It wasn't just Yellow Beezy that set up Mo3. Come to find out, it was Boosie who had something to do with it too. And they said that Boosie went out there, he got hit up so that he can make it seem like he was on Mo3's side. Now, this is a sad situation, and this is something that we see happen time after time. But they keep doing it. But Yellow Beezy and them, they knew exactly what was going on when Boosie gave him the money. And they still can't really identify the guy who was on that highway. Y'all know what happened on that highway that day that Mo3 got hit up? Y'all know exactly what happened on that highway. It's sad that this happened to Mo3, but man, RIP Mo3. Drop the RIP Mo3s down in the comment section if you're a fan of Mo3. This is what they said when everything first happened.
So Dallas police hope you might be able to recognize the man who shot and killed rapper Mo3. I want you to come over to your screen and look at this. They released these photos. The images are pretty clear, but as you see, the suspect is wearing a ski mask. So identifying him is going to be pretty tough. Detectives think he may be driving a 2014 or 2015 black Chevy Camaro. It was 10 days ago that the 28-year-old rapper was gunned down in broad daylight on I-35 near the Dallas Zoo. The suspect took off in the car going north on the interstate. So police are currently investigating the events that led up to that shooting. Please, though, call them if you have any information.
And a lot of people called in and said exactly what went down. And I want y'all to know, Boosie gave Yella Beezy some money. And I'm going to play the video for y'all so y'all can see it for y'allself. Hit the like button, share this video.
Hello! Boosie just paid up. This might not be over. Hey, y'all see that, right? He has to pay up. He has to pay up. Hey, he has to pay up. I got a little slight wager going on. So is you ready to pay that, sir? You know I'm top. I say, is you ready to pay? Try out. Hold on, let me talk my shit. Try out. Hey,
boy, hey, I'm tattooed and bored up. Medallion iced up. Rolex buzzed up. My pinky ring a trillion cut.
It's sad how they did Mo3, but Yella Beezy, he knew who that girl was on that highway. And they said that AOF Key was the one that did it. While they kept on acting like it was Banzo Bling. Now, they kept on saying AOF Key, he was the one who Rainwater gave $10,000 so that he can go out there and do that. Now, keep in mind, Rainwater and Mo3, they like each other. They just was business partners, and Rainwater said it out his own mouth. Rainwater did not like Mo3, but all of a sudden, everybody want to act like they was the best of friends. Boosie even said he don't rock with Rainwater. He'll do some business with him, but he don't rock with him. How many people in the comments, drop a 1, how many people feel that Boosie set up Mo3? Because regardless of Mo3 got set up by Yella Beezy, they said that Boosie was the one who instantly came right afterwards. But what made it seem like a setup from the beginning is when they said that Boosie didn't even want to speak on it. So we already know for a fact how Boosie get down. Boosie been involved in like 9 bodies. Come on now. Regardless of what's going on, Boosie known for paying somebody to do something. He probably told Yella Beezy to do it. Just pay them to do it. Don't do it yourself. Because Yella Beezy could have went out there and crashed out. But as soon as they followed Trap Boy Freddy and Banzo Bling now, they saw exactly where they went. That's why they was able to catch Banzo Bling. But Banzo Bling, they said that was him that did it. When the whole time, AOF Key was right there in the area the whole time. Rainwater knew what he be doing. He knew exactly what happened. He knew what went down. And I want y'all to know, hey man, hit the like button, share this video. Boosie He put himself in a messed up situation because now everybody looking at it as if he was rocking with Rainwater, AOF Key, Banzo Bling, Yellow Beezy, and Trap Boy Freddy the whole time. When all of them supposed to been on Mo3 side. Do you know how big Dallas would have got if all of them would have, you feel me, like made music together, instantly got the money together? Do you know how the city would have been? Now all of a sudden we see Yellow Beezy. He going through a lot of stuff right now. He put himself in this situation. He put himself in this situation. You have to understand. Hey, look, hey, hit the like button so YouTube can recommend this video, y'all.
Damn, Nick can't even get on the fucking freeway. And Law got the freeway blocked off all the way on Polk, dog. The fuck they got going?
And Trap Boy Freddy knew he was on that highway. He was on the highway the whole time when everything was going on. But if y'all ain't, I can tell I ain't got no Mo3 fans up in here because ain't nobody dropped the RP Mo3s down in the comment section. But, we know what it is. We know exactly why Rain dropped Mo3 location. And we know exactly why Boosie paid $148K to Yellow Beezy ex-wife Ruby. You feel me? Come on now. Y'all already know. Queen 88 said that Kewon White was one of the main ones. He was one of the main ones right there in the circle. He had the Drake. Jose Bodega gave him the Drake. He couldn't even buy his own Drake, y'all. And I want you to know, Mo3, everybody who was right there on that highway, they knew exactly what was going down. And there's a lot of people who act like Rainwater ain't had nothing to do with it when Rainwater ass was the main one who actually put out, he actually made it to where Mo3 was able to get caught. Boosie, Yellow Beezy, Trap Boy Freddy, Errol Spence, all of them had something to do with Mo3 and Bubba getting hit up. And this is what they saying in Atlanta, y'all. So I'm gonna take Atlanta word over anybody, like at the end of the day, because they know exactly what's going on. If you're a fan of Mo3, drop the RP Mo3s down in the comment section. Let me see if you're a fan of Mo3. Connect. When they went out there, they did what they did. But Yellow Beezy, he ended up getting caught for what happened to Mo3. Y'all remember when they locked him up? Y'all already remember when that incident went down when Yellow Beezy kept trying to get out? Right after he just, you feel me, was with them when they did that to Mo3. You can't sit there and do stuff think it ain't gonna come back on you when we already know what's going on. It was so many people, like, they came out and said what they had to say about what really went down. But Devin Brown, come on now, man. He was one of the second man charged in the Dallas rapper Mo3 hit on I-35 East. Come on now. And we already know I-35 East, they have a lot of construction going on. They always got a lot of construction. And I want y'all to I just want to put y'all in the mind frame of what they said, man. They put it out there. Mo3 already said, ain't nobody your friend. Y'all already know. Mo3, he said what he said. But once Yellow Beezy was in court, and I'm going to show y'all, because y'all already know. Once Yellow Beezy was in court, you know what they said? Look, they exposed it all.
Just for context, this is approximately noon on I-35 heading northbound. This video is taken from a Kroger, and this is heading north I-35 into downtown Dallas on noon on November 11th. Now, Your Honor, if I could draw the court's attention, if you look on I've stopped this video at 19 seconds. You see a gold sedan in the far left lane and a black sedan in the second lane to the left. The gold sedan will be the vehicle carrying the victim, and the black sedan is the vehicle driven by Kewon White, who is then the shooter, based off of the evidence we have.
Y'all see everything that went down, man. They bogus for how they did Mo3.
Your Honor, I'm going to stop this at 1 minute and 37 seconds. The victim also proffer.
And that's what they said once they eventually caught up with Yella Beezy. Now we're going to jump into what they broke down about the whole case, y'all. Told you, I'm going to show y'all exactly what they
5 months
did.
after the shooting. So this is April of 2021. Devin Maurice Brown was also indicted on murder. Devin reportedly contacted a witness multiple times trying to find where Mo3 was on the day of the shooting. According to police, records show numerous calls between Devin and Kewon on the day before the shooting and the day of. But Kewon reportedly denied he even knew Devin or had any association with him. So by April of 2021, 2 people are arrested for Mo3's murder. And as you likely guessed it, the story still doesn't end there. Nearly 4 years after Devin's arrest, another arrest is made. Now remember how I mentioned Yella, Beezy, and Mo3 had beef before Mo was killed? Well, according to police, he set up the whole murder, even allegedly paying Kewon White money to carry out the ambush attack. Police are keeping pretty tight-lipped on the full extent of Yella Beezy's alleged involvement in Mo3's murder. But if I personally had to guess, it might stem from the beef the two had right before Mo3's death. It's not out of the realm of possibility. We've seen it in other cases, right? So what was the feud really about? Well, you can trace it back years earlier, when Mo3's friend Roy Lee was shot and killed in North Dallas in 2018. He reportedly questioned Yella Beezy's claim on Oak Cliff, a neighborhood in Dallas. Doesn't seem to be a big deal to some, but to others, it's a sign of disrespect to openly question that. Well, Roy Lee was later shot at a shopping center. Then he died from complications from the shooting. A day after Roy Lee died, Yella Beezy was shot 8 times during a drive-by, but survived that shooting. In between that, Mo3 and Yella taunted one another in diss tracks. In January 2020, Mo3's manager claimed Yella and his crew attacked him when he was leaving a club in Dallas. Then 10 months later, Mo3 was killed on I-35 in Dallas. But again, Yella Beezy wasn't arrested or even charged in connection to Mo3's death until 2025. And Yella Beezy isn't just charged with murder, but capital murder, meaning if convicted, that's life in prison with no chance of parole. Or it could even mean the death penalty. A big thank you to Odoo for sponsoring us. Odoo.
And I want y'all to know, by them doing that, it made it seem as if Rainwater and them was gonna get away with it. But look, this Yella Beezy and Boosie now. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. If you're a fan of Mo3, drop the RIP Mo3s down in the comment section. They kind of put themselves on the front end of this, man, because it's always a snake. That's why you can't hang with everybody. They was together the whole time. Mo3 case solved now. Mo3 case is solved. And I want y'all to know it was eventually gonna get solved because they kept talking about it. They kept acting like they didn't know what was going on, but they kept making subliminals. RIP Mo3. I know don't nobody rock with Mo3, but we do. We rock with Mo3. It's sad that they did this to him, man. I want y'all to know Everybody, all the way down to Cole Gotti, saying that Rainwater a snake. If you think Rainwater a snake and he set up Mo3, drop the he a snake down in the comment section. Matter of fact, drop the snake emojis. Because we got to see what they got going on, man. It's too much that they doing. And they trying to make it seem like Yella Beezy didn't have nothing to do with it when we literally saw Yella Beezy involved in all of it. He was involved in everything that was going on. But this is something that's coming straight from Atlanta. And like we gotta take what they say because Boosie out there in Atlanta. And Boosie knew exactly what went down. That's why when they chased him, they instantly they did what they had to do. They weren't playing no games. It was more people involved in this. They even said the girl Jossie was involved in it. Like real talk, y'all gotta understand what's really going on. They said that Jossie Banks text Rainwater, let Rainwater know. Rainwater, he instantly was on the phone with Mo3. He instantly texts AOF Key off the other phone. And once he texts AOF Key, that's when they instantly went straight to the highway. Once they went to the highway, Trap Boy Freddy now, they got the word. They already kept circling the highway the whole time because they've been talking for the whole day since the day before. Matter of fact, it was Kewon White and Devin Brown. They kept saying that AOF Key was going to be the one who actually go out there and do it. And this is why they said they had a whole bunch of people out there on that highway. So the news is out now. The news is out now, and I'm glad they getting down to the bottom of everything that went down. Because Yella Beezy, man, y'all thought y'all was gonna get away with this, man. Y'all actually thought y'all was gonna get away with what happened. When we all know, everybody exposed what went down. And when they said that Yella Beezy got locked up, I said, okay, that's crazy. When Yella Beezy was in trial, they said a lot that made us question everything. But it goes to show when you put yourself out there, it eventually comes back on you, man. He should have never did it, man. That was his biggest mistake. Because as soon as they saw that Mo3 was out there, this what made Kewon White and them even want to actually go out there and do it. They seen that Mo3 was out there in their neighborhood. Like, that's sad. That's sad, man. I want to send my condolences out to Mo3 family. But when he was in court, this is what they said about Trap Boy Freddy. And they told it all.
The following information. To start, before I forget, the state did run a complete criminal history of the defendant, including both juvenile, misdemeanor, and felony criminal history. That information was ran yesterday. The court may notice that in State's Exhibit number 5, the PSA from Dallas County Pretrial Services, that there is an affirmative when asked about prior convictions. I believe it specifically mentions felonies. I will represent to the court based off of all the information and reviewing all of the evidence that we have at this time, the state can find no prior misdemeanor convictions or prior felony convictions for the defendant, either as a juvenile or as an adult in the state system or the federal system.
That's crazy.
We would also proffer the following information, Your Honor. A state's witness will testify to being present for a conversation about the payment for the murder of Melvin Noble. This conversation took place in the days following Mr. Noble's murder in November of 2020. A state's witness will testify to the individuals present and involved in this conversation. The state's witness will also testify to Marquise Conway, the defendant, being present and involved in this conversation. The state's witness will testify to the amount of money that was to be paid for the murder. A state's witness will testify to the individuals responsible for the payment. That state's witness will also testify that Marquise Conway was one of the individuals responsible for a portion of that payment. A state's witness will also testify to the individual who would receive this payment. The state's witness will testify that Kewon White was, in fact, the individual to receive this payment, who was originally indicted in State's Exhibit Number 1, the probable cause, which is before this court. The state's witness would also testify that Kewon White, or to who shot and killed Melvin Noble. This witness would also testify to Kewon White being the individual who shot and killed Mr. Noble on November 11th of 2020. Again, this conversation took place in the days following Mr. Noble's murder. The state has also had an opportunity to review bank records of the defendant, Marquise Conway. These records would show that the defendant drew $40,000 in the days following the murder of Melvin Noble. And for the record, that was a cash withdrawal. These records would correspond to the exact amount which the state's witness would testify to. In reviewing these records, the state also became aware and believed that they would show that the defendant had anywhere between $800 and $900, but more specifically, $870,000 between a checking account and a savings account.
See, I told y'all, like, man, I want y'all to know, Trap Boy Freddy, everything that he did, he was in that car on that highway. Man, share this video, man. We need to run this up, man. 1,000 likes, man.